All right, everybody. Just doing a random live stream just to see if anyone joins. If you do, excellent. If you don't, excellent. It's just been a while since we've done a live stream, and oh, we've got somebody. Hello and welcome. I am Duke Jarboe, also known as Dr. Deuce, progenitor of the Daily Deuce videos. I also have a Fantasy and Consequences Fantasy Football League. This is the trophy. What does that mean? Well, don't mind that. That's just a painting of myself as Green Lantern. These are some of our winners. The fantasy football league that I have. Oh, we lost them. We lost them. They weren't interested. They weren't interested in the fantasy football league. That's okay. We'll just hang out here until someone else comes along and decides to chit chat with us. Ask some questions. Maybe I'll tell a story or two, or a couple of lies. Anything to make it interesting. We'll give it a whirl. Orientation is locked. I don't know why it keeps telling me that. Anyone, come one, come all. Join the live stream of Duke Jarboe. If anyone was wondering, no, that's not my real name. My real name is Thomas. And I guess I'll just talk about that until someone joins. Maybe I'll back up and recap it if someone joins. So my real name, I was born Thomas Uriah Jarboe. You might be wondering, well, how am I Duke? It's a pretty egregious name to just pick for yourself. And I did pick it for myself, but in a moment of jest. Way back when I worked at Starbucks, we were closing down a store. And when it closed, hi, Matthias. Hi, Apple. Hello, everybody. So yeah, I'm telling everybody how I became Duke Jarboe when I was born Thomas Jarboe. And I worked at a Starbucks at Horton Plaza in downtown San Diego. And this kid, Greg Dart, and I were closing down the store. It was getting remodeled. And Felix, I don't even know who that is. Thank you, though. But yeah, so we were closing down the store, and we were throwing away a bunch of trash. And we were in a mall, Horton Plaza, and it has all these back little hallways that you access the trash chute. Everything goes in a rubbish bin through a trash chute. So we're throwing away all this trash, and he's twirling the last one. It's an office trash. And I'm like, Greg, just throw it away. I'm holding the rubbish door open. He throws this trash bag. Now, inside is a broken French press, which is like a glass beaker, right? With like a little device you press down to strain coffee, and easy way to brew coffee. Anyway, this broken French press goes right into my arm. I don't know if you can see the scar. You can kind of see where the muscle herniates right there. Goes deep in there. He has to take me to the hospital because I'm messed up, and I am. I get to the hospital. They pull out as much glass as they can. They leave a big chunk in there. Then I'm sent home, and they sew me up and give me a lot of Vicodin. And oh, I'm sorry, Apple. That's terrible. You lost your home and car. Very sad for you. Well, I guess I'll return to the story a little less happy about it. But yeah, I'm off work for 2 weeks for workman's comp, and I sit there and I come up with this funny idea while I'm on all this Vicodin. Because me and my high school friends from Missouri, right? I'm out here in San Diego, but my high school buddies, we have this like funny kind of group chat where we always kind of talk smack to each other, and we'd say, if you're getting sassy, you wanna slap, you wanna slap to the pie, meaning in the face. So we shorted it to pie slap. So it became this whole funny thing of like, oh, you need a pie slap? Are you getting sassy? And then we'd start going back and forth, and like, I will slap you so hard in the pie that the concussion will level mountains, right? And we just keep doing this. And so while I'm chilling, away from work, getting paid some workman's comp, I decide I'm going to create a whole church called the Church of Pie Slap. And like the Church of England, we're going to have a peerage involved, right? So, but this is America. We don't do kings. So I was like, the highest will be a duke, and I'll be the Duke of Diego, Lord of the Pie Slap. And I'm like, all my friends, I'm like, you'll be the Baron of Columbia, you'll be Junk Pie, the Viscount, and all this stuff. And then so long story short, I make up all this silly stuff, and then at this time, this is like way back because I'm 44. So this is way back in like 2003, 2004. And so Google Circles is this thing that Google tries to create to try to compete with Facebook. So they have Google Circles. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll try it out. I join it, and it's like, oh, put an alias. I was like, oh, I'll do Duke of Diego, my Church of Pie Slap alias, right? And I don't think anything of it. And then years and years go by. I'm in my 30s. I go to college. I graduate from UCSD, and I answer this ad in the paper to go to join this kayak tour guide shop down in La Jolla Shores in San Diego, California. And I get there, and they're asking me all these questions to be a writer and a tour guide. They want someone to help rebrand them from their old company name, OEX, to their new company name, Everyday California, which is where I work again. And so I join, and as we're sitting there on my first day, one of the owners, he keeps calling me Duke. And he's like, Duke, 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 Duke this, Duke that. And I was like, I was like, my name's Thomas. And he's like, yeah, but your Gmail said Duke. I was like, oh. And at that time, Google on your Gmail, if you didn't turn it off, they were trying to promote Google Circles. And so at the bottom it would say, find me on Google Circles, Duke of Diego. And so he kept calling me Duke. And I was like, and I told him, I was like, well, my name's Thomas. And then he says, well, my dad's a self-proclaimed Duke as well. I was like, okay. And he's like, and also my dog just died, and his name was Duke. So you're Duke. I was like, okay. And he called me Duke. And then everybody at the shop called me Duke. I met my wife doing tours in La Jolla Shores, and she got introduced to me as Duke, and that's how I became Duke. Am I a model? No, I have done some modeling. I've been doing some background acting lately. I've been on a few shows. But I'm a kayak tour guide and a writer. Hello, Omer. And Courtney Howell. Hello, as well. Quite a few of you in here. Nice. The first like, nice. Alberta. Welcome, one and all. And, yeah, that's just me telling everybody how I became Duke. What shows? So, last show I was on hasn't aired yet. It was called Lucky, and it's a show with Anna Taylor-Joy. She plays like a kind of like a, a reformed criminal that's going back for one last like little gig, right? And before that, I was on Chad Powers, which is coming out at the end of September. It's got Glenn Powell. I was on Grey's Anatomy, 911 Reno, 911 Reno, both of those. I was on what else? Oh, I was on Lincoln Lawyer. I was in the elevator with the main guy. I was on Bel Air. I was on All American. It's an interesting little gig. There's a lot of interesting people in LA and in Hollywood that do the background acting. It's very strange, and it's a lot of sit around and wait, to see what you're gonna do. Emmanuel, hello. How are you? How is everybody? Where's everybody from in this here live stream? Chilling on a nice hot day in San Diego. It's 4 o'clock here. There's 5 of you here. Very nice. Yo, what's up? No, I don't make a lot of money off of it. It kind of depends. You can make like it's pretty minimum wage unless you're in the union. Oh, Nigeria, India, very cool. So it's like, yeah, like if you're not in the union, which I'm not, then you don't get paid as much. So for example, a lot of times the union wage will be like 208 for the day, and then the non-union wage, what I'll get, will be like 140 for the day. But a lot of times you get, oh, hi, from Vietnam, very nice. A lot of times, almost every time I'm on set, it's very like long shoots. Nothing is ever 8 hours. What's up, Imab Usay? I hope I said that right, Vishnu. So yeah, it's like you're on set for like probably 12 to 14 hours. They do feed you though. They feed you, if you get there in the morning, you'll get breakfast and you'll get lunch. And it's pretty good. And then there's like craft services. It's like a table full of snacks that's available throughout the day. You can always kind of go and get it. Because you have to hang out and just wait around. IMOB. IMOB or IMAB? Mab or mob? IMOB. Blue whale encounter. That's right. That's right. Oh yeah. Well, thanks for joining, Matthias. Matthias. Yeah, the blue whale encounter, fantastic. 8 million views. Glad that brought you here. It was an incredible experience. Part of what I do, and I just got back to doing that. So I'm back doing guided kayak tours. Right now, we're not doing anything involving whales. We're just doing our sea cave tour, and we see all kinds of cool stuff like dolphins and sea lions and seals and lobster and sharks, the leopard sharks. Posted some of those on my channel. But we'll see the blue whales in June, but like we don't do the tour like we used to do. So that video, they took us out on a charter boat, and then we dropped a kayak because you can't approach whales in a motorized vessel. So I would kayak someone around um, for like 8 hours until they'd see some whales. But we do these gray whale tours in the wintertime. And we go out there. It's like we don't even have to go out that far. It sounds far. It's like we try to go like between 3 and 4 miles. That sounds like a lot, but it's not that bad actually. We do this like sea cave tour that's like 2.5 miles round trip total. So, and you'd be surprised. We get all kinds of people, 80-year-olds, little kids that can do it. So, it might sound like it's far, but it's not that far. But we can go out about 4 miles, and we'll see these gray whales. And I've been lucky enough to have I have a video of it on here as well. A video of a baby gray whale coming right up to my kayak, and it is the craziest. It's the second craziest moment. The blue whales were incredible, and that video is so terrible because I had literally just found that GoPro at the bottom of a kelp forest, like a week before that, and I'd never used it, and I always would be checking to make sure it was on, so I always look at it. I've gotten a little better with them now, but yeah, so I did not pet it. No, it was the baby gray whale. It got right up and then went slid alongside my kayak and then just dipped back down, and I was holding the camera. So I had a GoPro on my head, and then I had a big underwater camera, and so I handed that to uh, my at the time girlfriend, and now she's my wife. So I handed that to her, and then I jumped in the water to get a better view of it, which you're also not supposed to do, but it was a pretty cool experience. Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel. I think it's called Baby Gray Whale. So if you go to my channel, you'll be able to see it. It's or if you filter by most popular, most views, it'll be one of the most viewed videos on my channel. And you'll see this baby gray whale come right up to my kayak and then dive down. And then you'll see the mother behind it when I jump into the water. So, pretty fantastic. Yeah. Now there's but the two of you. Yeah, go check it out. It's not that long. It's only maybe a minute. Alright. Adios, muchacho. I think you said you were from Vietnam. And then now there was one. There's just you and me. It's only us. But, yeah. This is the first live stream I've done in quite some time. I think I did one 5 years ago during COVID when you could use Google Stadia. You could do a live stream of your video or your game you're playing. And I did it with Jedi Fallen Order, which was fantastic. So yeah, those are my stories for today. I just did a shoey earlier for my fantasy football league, and we lost it. Now we are alone, by myself. Welcome back, whoever that is, or hello to the new person. The single person here. Very cool. Anyway, yeah, that's been a little bit about me, and we're gonna come up on 15 minutes. I think right when we hit the 15-minute mark, I'll stop.